it's Steph. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to upcycle this random sweatshirt that was left at my college apartment into a pair of jogger sweats. Okay, so before we get started, I have to share with you guys the funny story of how I even got it. So back when I was in college a few months ago, my roommates and I were cleaning up our apartment and we found this sweatshirt just in our living room on our couch, and we're like, hey, whose sweatshirt is this? And the three of us had no idea, and then we even asked a lot of our girlfriends, like, do you have any idea? Is it yours? Sorry, I should have mentioned it's a men's sweatshirt. And then we even looked up the high school that it was, and we were like, we don't know anyone from that area, so we really have no idea whose hoodie this was, and we had it for almost like a year and a half, so we just gave up, and when I moved out I just took it with me. Anyways, let's get back to the reason you're watching this video. First things first, I wanted to make sure that the hoodie would even fit over my leg, so I tried it on like so, and then I decided that the first cut I was going to make would be along the armpit, and I just lined it up and stretched out the fabric, then cut it like so, and then flipped it to the other side and did the same thing to that. Then once I had those two pieces, I made sure to line them up and trim the edges to make sure that they were the same length. And then I tried it on again to see how much more fabric I would need to fill up the rest of the length, like so. Then I cut off the bottom part of the hoodie because I was going to make that into the waistband for the sweats. This part was definitely a little thicker and harder to cut, so it ended up looking a little bit messy. Then I grabbed some regular elastic and measured some of that out and then cut it like so. Then it was back to working on this hoodie, so I cut one side down to open it up and then did the same to the other. It was then at this sad moment that I realized I should not have been using my cutter on this acrylic board. Anyways, next I straightened out the back and cut as much as I could right under where I cut the armpits, and then I switched to the front and used my seam ripper to take out pretty much all of the sewing of the pocket on the front. And this part probably took me about 20 to 30 minutes, but once it was done, I cut it the same as I did to the back. And this is all the pieces that I had. I laid on top another pair of joggers that I liked just so I could see how to cut the crotch. And now we're ready to sew. First I started with the elastic, and you definitely want to make sure that you're pulling the elastic tight while you sew it along the waistband. Then I sewed it shut like so, making sure to hide the elastic. And once it was done, it looked like this. Then I moved on to sewing the pockets to the front, and I didn't have the right needles to pin it down, so I just used my extra sewing needles. And you're going to make sure that you sew only 3 out of the 4 sides like so. Now that the pockets are sewn on, I'm going to move on to connecting the two pieces on the legs. I flipped the pants inside out so that the seams wouldn't be visible from the outside. And I forgot to record it, but this is the first leg sewn. And here's the second, and now I just have to sew them down the middle together. Then for the last step, I just sewed the elastic waistband onto the rest of the pants. This is the final result. It's really comfortable and it looks a little funny, but overall, I think it turned out really well and I'm happy with the results. But I'm especially happy because they have pockets. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my first sewing video. It will definitely be the first of many to come, and hopefully it's only uphill from here because, as you could obviously tell, the sweats did not turn out quite as well as I hoped. But I still hope that this video inspires you guys to try your own DIY and upcycle your own clothes. Until I see you guys in my next video, bye!